is good. But I felt like that was maybe an opportunity for a bit of a punish pick. But they didn't go for it in the end. They ended up, again, banning the second wave there by M80. So, yeah, that was the only real question mark that potentially could have come through, and that might have put them on a bit of edge. But it doesn't matter, ladies and gents. Let's get ready to get rocking and rolling. Anubis is where we're going to be kickstarting this one. It is, for me, an absolute question mark that it is picked in with 3 times played in 2024, and only one of them being a win, one of M80 being cooking up in the pracs.
Hopefully we get to answer that. Sin kicking things off, flash around the corner. The other German within this squad alongside slaxz. No kills as yet, but a lot of pushback here. There you are. Swisher comes around with his Julies, eliminating the first. Sin, meanwhile, deleted, in fact. But Swisher's looking good, keeps the Julies rolling and keeps that man advantage strong for M80. Still, BetBoom have got this really weird position. Not a game state that you often have to deal with as a counter-terrorist. It's just Swisher around this corner that needs dealing with. Shadows, edges. Oh my goodness, going for the ace. He's going to get it on the pistol. Let's go for Swisher. The Julies. Some people, they always say, why are Julies bought up? But that's why. That's the potential behind the Berettas.
My God, that is something so special. Fair play. When called upon, Swisher delivers. A very, very important sort of talisman in this team, and my God, does he deliver. First kill, first round, may I say, and 5 kills for him is not a bad start for somebody who, when he gets active, can be so difficult to shut down. That really is a beautiful little start, it has to be said. BetBoom. Just a little stunned, a little shell-shocked off the back of that. Zorta gonna pick himself up a Galil. Alongside that, Glocks, 250. Swing in the corner, slaxz want to stick around. The MP9 will reclaim a little bit of space, but this should be a bit of a massacre here. slaxz at range for 1, looking for a second as well. Zorta will do a bit of damage, and the pistol's swinging. All right, 3v3, there's maybe something to work with.
Yeah, Molotov is well placed by Rek. Oh, weird fight going down here. He gets traded, right? That's kind of the key thing. What are we looking at here? What have you seen?
It's a 1v2. The numbers are good. BetBoom could actually pull away with a win here on a P250 and a Galil. And Malbs was expecting a rotate back towards B, but he's got it wrong. So he's got a long rotate back towards the site, and he's smoked through camera. So this clock is really going to chip down for a guy who doesn't have a kit or a smoke for the bomb.
Yeah, no information as well is kind of the key thing. Oh, no way. He's going to save it. He's going to save it. He doesn't fancy his chances. Yeah. Take that M4 into the next. So, yeah, BetBoom coming away with a huge steal. It felt like for a moment maybe he was positioned to get in behind, but just, you know, teammates started a bit too fast, I suppose. It's a tough call, but in the end, it's an easy call, in fact, for Malbs. He takes this M4 out and gives BetBoom the low-buy win.
It's actually crazy. That's a really poor one to lose. I mean, a really great one to win if you're BetBoom, though. Zorta, Hero Galil, a P250, and that was it. And they've made it stick. Fair play. And yeah, M80 just get pulled apart. And actually, not even just pulled apart, but pulled into the fights there that they didn't need to take. They very easily could have, you know, pumped the brakes a little bit, played back sights, and essentially relied off the back of the more premium riflery. But they tried to get into the thick of it, into the chaos, and the chaos is what cost them. Not bad. M4 gets the lead to Zorta is making this Galil sing, dude.
Back 10 for some good control in at dark. Get that M4 scooped up. But yeah, they're looking good early on, aren't they? These are the individuals, Magno, Jez, and Zorta, that we want towards the top end of that scoreboard. Rek close to the action here with the 5-7. Trying to get a bit cheeky in and around the smoke. I think they're weary and aware of the fact that there might be another player around, or rather that there should be, you know, a bit too easy onto the A-bomb site. All the same, M80 not much that they can do here, so I think, yeah, they're going to try and save what they have. That looks quite likely.
So, you bought what they've got, which is that MAC-10 and a bit of an upgrade in terms of the pistols. But, you know, it was a forced buy-in. Didn't go all too well. Only the one casualty. You're not really going to complain all that much. BetBoom. Good start, though, for them. 2-1. Taking back a lead and giving nothing on the tail end as well, just in case there's anyone peering around the corner. So, all things considered, not bad. Not bad at all. Need to see a little bit more of M80, though, and of course, just the same sort of buy-in towards this one. Zorta, that one kill does basically the primary bulk of the damage. A gamble stack, and the gamble didn't pay off. 2-1 realistically should be made 3-1.
Quiet start into this round from BetBoom. Waiting for a push maybe to come their way. Nothing of the sort. It is a stack from M80. Again, something that BetBoom might be waiting for, digging for, looking for info, you know, and it is also maybe a little weird not to have any presence in this round. So quiet from BetBoom. It's like, surely you'd expect a pistol or a deagle to get a bit cheeky. I'm going to look for it in towards dark. MagnoJez got to be careful. He does have to come around this corner. MagnoJez leading the charge as he does manage to find a big kill. Nade going down, leaving Sin on 2 HP. We'll see here. Looks good for the A hit, to be honest. They've got the utility out. Not that it's needed, but this should be doable.
Well, let's take a look and see. Probably should be fine, though, like you said. You two are going to come down, and I think for the remaining 3 of M80, maybe a little bit of a posture for an exit frag, but they're not going to overplay their cards in this one. Ooh, MagnoJez picked him up, but that was a messy spray. Really labored. Very easy, could have just reset himself and seen off the final bits of damage, but he doesn't. slaxz 1 HP, Sin 2 HP. The pistols for them looking for anything at the tail end. Smoke will come down. That could be a recovered weapon, but it's a bad smoke. Got a huge gap in it. Oh, but Wreck using that to his advantage. Gonna find Karen with a deagle. We don't mind a couple on the tail end. We're not gonna say no to it. As Wreck, he moves in for that Galil and will get it. Now sit in the smoke for the final remaining moments. No hunts. So they're giving that. Not that it's any really sort of premium weapon. BetBoom 3-1. Not terrible, man. Not terrible. I think this is BetBoom side looking very confident. They're more than happy to get into fights, but of course this is against lower buys. Now we need to see if they can keep that confidence up when they have much more scary firepower on the other side. And in all fairness, what the response is looking like for M80. What have they got in the locker on these 4 buys? slaxz, of course, picking up his favorite AWP. What has he got for us?
Again, just the nades raining in, but no initial faces. It's nafany above the smoke, spotted and finished. A nice, easy pickup for Sin to kick things off here. M80 will be really, really happy with that. They've got to do something with it now, of course, but again, BetBoom not really giving them the scope to expand their man advantage. Zorte, I like this, contacting in. Oh, and he's going to get good timing on it. Will he keep going here? I think fancies it. Trying to be the hero. No one around to support him, but he's taking matters into his own hands. Oh, misses the edge of Malbs. Still going to put the fear of God into them, I suppose. And the Molotov, super effective. Malbs nearly going down, in fact. Meanwhile, over towards mid and A. The rest of BetBoom looking for a way in.
Smoke going to go down. MagnoJez also met with a smoke on the other side, so BetBoom with the numbers disadvantage have no clear way to a site. They go for a long rotate back, or they try and force their way through a smoke. That's the big question here. Re-smoking towards B makes me think they want to commit A, and that's going to be the play. The bomb starts to make a move, but so is Wreck. He's got the support of his teammates who may resort as quick. Very quick indeed, and MagnoJez stepping up too. The bomb still has to cross. It's precarious. He's getting fought from all angles. No way you go for a knife. Zorta, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Wow.
It barely had time to get to the side, but slaxz makes a shot. Oh, what is happening? Bomb being planted right below you. slaxz doesn't realize. And he goes for the jumping no-scope. What has just happened in this round? Zort is going for knives. slaxz is going for jumping orb shots to deny a bomb plant, which has to go down. What is happening?
I don't know, mate. I don't know. I am perplexed by some of the decision making. I think, you know, initially it is Zorta that we've got to look towards, but like, yeah, I think that strews enough chaos in there. slaxz gets caught up in it a little. There probably is someone getting kind of vocal at him that it's like he's got no time. He has to plant. He has to, you know. So I don't know, small bits of panic, or maybe completely accidental with just adrenaline being all over the place.
I can't lie. That may be the worst round of Counter-Strike I've seen.
Yeah, it's kind of mind-blowing, but hopefully we're in for a bit more of that, because those early rounds were very, very slow, especially for an Anubis. So maybe we see a pickup in pace after something like that.
Bit of a little tech pause. Hopefully only a brief one, and then we can get back underway. It seems like Siren has some sort of an issue. So yeah, we will take a look and see. But yeah, I mean, a weird round, but a round one, I guess, is basically all that matters. And BetBoom keep this kind of streak alive. Question mark as well for Def, when he wants to get on the mic, and I mean, I guess what he's going to say, right? It's been a bit of a scrappy game of Counter-Strike thus far. Yeah, needs to see this guy back in the mic, see what he can do to just alleviate a bit of the pressure. I feel like the M80 are playing with pressure on their shoulders right now. They're feeling a little bit constricted at times by BetBoom, who are playing very fast, very loose as well, and just on the fly. But it looks like tech pause is concluded. Everyone seems to be moving around to a degree, and now this is a tech pause. We are getting a conversation to be had here called by M80. Good to see Def getting on the mic as well. I think even though it is relatively early, it's not a great start for M80. Pistol round, yeah, but it's one man's heroics, an ace out of Swisher to get that pistol, and then since then it's kind of been one-way traffic.
Yeah, that last round definitely the closest that they've come in a while. And it was just absolute carnage. I don't know that you're really going to be able to replicate the parameters that got you down to that 1v1 situation. So again, another low buy, another rough economic situation for M80. That's one big thing here for the CT side. They've just never been able to get the money off the ground. T side of Anubis, though, BetBoom, we expect them to do well from here.
Uto being set up for a B-pop, but there's 3 players in this direction. It's going to be a bit of a brawl for him. Mac 10 trying to get active, caught by the second flash of his teammate, but he's crossed, and he jumps across. It's Kyron who gets the kill, but human flashbang, so to say. Molotov directly hits slaxz, and that's the round. Just like that. This sort of low buy amounts to nothing. Sin will stick around for maybe some level of an exit frag, but that's got to be the round already. BetBoom going to find 5 in a matter of moments.
Again, kind of fair enough. You're not really expecting all that much out from M80 on a buy like this. Still, BetBoom, it's great for them. Very, very simple rounds. Very easy indeed. And just not having to ask too much of these players, right? I think that's sort of the key thing here. Trying to eliminate what they can in the end as well. Kind of on both sides, I suppose. Oh my goodness, there goes slaxz.
Ooh.
Double on the dig. Not bad at all.
Alrighty. You take a couple of consolations. You're not going to say no. It's not changing what is this kind of developing story here of so far so good for BetBoom. Simple stuff for them, right? I mean, it's been pretty damn easy. Carrying a little double entry, that basically confirms it in place. I think he did tag Magnagez as well, through him with a headshot, and confirms it with the second bullet. Not bad. You take him. Like I said, though, not going to make a big difference. slaxz with the AWP. Zorta over towards stairs, and Magnagez near as well. Zorta's had pretty good success from in and around this position, but it was primarily rifles. How does he now look with the AWP?
Oh, nice find from Malbs, to be fair. 2 of them round there, obviously waiting. Not the end of the world on this map, it feels like, to trade 1 for 1. We talk about that quite a lot. You know, which way does it swing? Generally, it's towards the T side because you have to weaken things up, but I don't know. Anubis, close packed enough, telegraphed enough that it's not awful. Softens up the attack. I like the move here from M80. It's all a question of the timing, though. They are slowly hemorrhaging control towards A as they do this. Looks like they will find decent timing on it, though, to be fair. Rec moving back before they've pushed in. So it all works out in the end. It's a question of how BetBoom look. Trying to contact in. Chiron very close to the action. Goes down to slaxz's orb, though. No smokes, no flashes to deal with him. They walk right into the trap while blind. Rec getting another. So here we go, looking for that second round, and I think they might just get it. Zorte, 3 for him, and they're not giving him an inch here. 20 seconds, spotted him out. Can he even get the bomb plant in this situation? slaxz says no, and M80 back on the board.
Good, right? About time. That's a much more conclusive round. You see Sin as well, just really trying to rally the troops a bit. Make sure that they keep this a competitive first half. This, for us, is a real question mark of a map in the sense of what have M80 been doing in the off time? What have they been doing to solidify this map ready for Pro League from a map that originally wasn't a big part of the pool or anything of the sort? We'll see. nafany. A little conversation with the ref there. And I think maybe something of a bit of a technical nature again. That's my assumption. Coaches aren't involved, so yeah, maybe. But I think he might be on the M80 side this time. They all look pretty chill. They're vibing out. I gotta say, it's I don't know if you've been catching much of the player counts, but it seems like managers and Chiron have a pretty good relationship. They seem that they were doing like throwing gang signs or something earlier. They were practicing celebrations. It seemed like a mini handshake. It's good. He's been integrated into the team quickly, which is what you want to see. Everyone's got headphones on back up until M80, so I think hopefully should be back underway in just a second.
There is potentially, I'm just having a little quick check here. May well have been some crossover. Let me see. Okay, no, unfortunately not. Chiron was done with Spirit Academy by the time Magnajez joined, but I think they might be familiar with one another. Just from the scene, similar ages, you know, coming up at the same sort of time.
Yeah, and pugs. You know what I mean? Like, they seem to play a lot of these, like, up-and-comers as well. You see them playing, you know, like your Facebook,
yeah, of course,
and your FPLs and all the same. I think for a while, Magnajez was like #1 in FPL, like multiple months. I'm pretty sure. I think he's had a pretty good like run of it when he was, I think, prior to the pick of a BetBoom, and then of course since BetBoom, you know, hella more pugs, hella more scrims. I mean, not pugs. nafany gonna find the first. So the full IGL versus IGL. nafany to kickstart things. Nice opener. Now they've got a good amount to work with.
Yeah, nice change up from BetBoom as well. They've been playing pretty conventionally the past few rounds, quite slow, just get the utility, let that do the talking, and then they'll go for, you know, a mid-round move. However, here, a bit happier to take the fights, particularly in a solo venture. nafany gets aggressive based off his spawn. Zorte holding, you know, it's worked out really, really well. Just some clean 1v1s. I'm going to go down, save for M80 and a 6th round for BetBoom. The immediate response. Oh, that's so tough.
Yeah, and I think for them as well, M80, even then, it's not exactly going to be a nice turn to the round. BetBoom are going to look around here. They're going to try and find these rifles because they know that dropping these is going to be so damn big. Just damaging the economy. Make sure there's nothing to work with. Siren leading the charge alongside Chiron as they look to try and find these rifles. One to the left, one coming right round to the right. Swisher starting to make a move to support him through mid. Steps ahead. Magnajez on the swing. He will fall. And a good little 1-2 punch of a setup will give them security. The Molotov as well. Trying to lock it down, but Rec gets caught back turn. nafany will find him on the tail end. So nafany opens and closes that round. And BetBoom back to their winning ways, 6-2. For M80's map picking, so to say, it's not exactly looking too fruitful at the moment.
Replays speak for themselves, to be honest. clean. Easy kills. No damage taken, etc. Right? They are very, very crisp. nafany quiet before that round. Wanted to get into the action. He most certainly did with the 3-piece. Magnojez trying to spot round the corner here, baiting his teammate a little bit. It's not quite worked out, though. 2 for 1 in favor of the CT side. Looking to get aggressive. Wreck. Little jump frag for him. slaxz with a heady. And Chiron's all alone. All right, M80 with a response of their own. A little more American in style, maybe.
Individuals getting nice and active. Oh, barrel spotted. I think Swisher did on purpose. Yeah. Trying to bait him in, trying to bait in a shot. Oh, and the scout will see him off. Lovely stuff. That's an easy one there at the tail end. slaxz upgrade to an AK-47. Better for M80. Still, a lot more to be done before we get confident or kind of comfortable about where we're at right now. It's in a bad position to find yourself in, at the very least. Responding, if you can make it a solid length and a half, then we're working with something. This is a map which is, you know, probably the closest thing we've got to being that T-side. So the fact that BetBoom are in the lead isn't exactly a surprise. If M80 makes close, maybe a whirl. Good nade. Chiron gonna be caught by it. Still gonna take all of this mid control. There's nothing really they can do about it. Mal's playing aggro. Trying to get out in front here. Zorta spotted with the bomb. Doubles away safely, thankfully.
Swisher. Oh, man. I thought he was going to go for the spam. That really could have ended the round, to be honest. Sin. Spotted. Has to stay strong here. Has to stay alive. He's got Wreck behind him, who actually finds a frag really, really big. Puts massive threat on the 8-hit now. The bomb and the extremity. Wreck. He checks it at the last second, but it's maybe enough confusion to allow his teammates to get in. A really difficult round here to read until they line up for Magnojez. slaxz, what can you do from here, my friend? 1 so far before the bomb goes down. It's not impossible. He's got 12 already. I think he'll be feeling himself for this. They have money for the buy into the next. He's got permission to go for it. Not able to spot anyone just yet. There was maybe an edge in from heaven. Nade goes down. Try and soften them up, but that's not much use for an AWPer, is it really? He will back off and reluctantly save.
Yeah, he doesn't want to, but I think, yeah, like you said, it is this thing for him of saying maybe he could have given a go, but the inherent risk behind it, I don't think it's worth. slaxz will keep out of it. Not a bad game as well for him individually. 12 and 4. He finds himself. It is still BetBoom. 4 rounds ahead. Magnojez really leading the charge as well in terms of the numbers department, as expected. Over towards BetBoom, he's looking really good. Wreck did well. It's just that unfortunate timing as he turns away and he doubles back, but he can't set himself. And a beat from Magnojez. M80. Def getting back on the mic, really trying to get this side back into a competitive position, but it goes without saying. They are dancing with the devil a little bit. Loses half badly and set themselves up potentially losing the map. And before you know it, the series becomes in quite a kind of a jeopardy situation. M80 recently have looked really good. 2-0 over Liquid in the grand finals to qualify. The esports World Cup was really, really good. Where BetBoom didn't do too well at the EU equivalent. It felt like maybe a chance for M80 to spiral a bit of confidence and momentum in towards this series, but look, anything but right now. 7-3, penultimate round of the half, and M80 desperately need at the very least 4, if not 5, and slaxz are going to try and do it single-handedly. Good opener. Lovely stuff.
Swisher, background for another. Oh, and it keeps on coming. Oh. Fantastic. M80 revitalized here. Still able to lay down some numbers and answering with a flawless one from them. 7 rounds on the T side. I think for Anubis, that is good. That is your bare minimum, but they hit it quite early. So we maybe expect them to go a little bit deeper than that. So I'm going to be impressed here if we see M80 with a really quick, really successful turnaround in the very few rounds.
Yeah, I'll have to see. We will. It is a weird situation that BetBoom find themselves in, like you said, where it's all well and good that, yes, you've got these rounds on the board, and yeah, you actually built up good stability. But like you said, because it's early doors, if you actually, in the last few rounds of the half, let things slip a tad and maybe lose kind of a bit of the momentum that you built up, you actually open the door a bit for M80. Had a good piss around with one individual earlier, and there is a chance that all it takes is that pistol, the force by following, and before you know it, 7-all game on. I think for M80, they understand how important this final round can be. 8-4, completely different conversation. We got, unfortunately, BetBoom, final round of the half is not going to amount to all too much. AK, Galil, Mac 10 and a double tech 9, and the Mac 10 of nafany trying to get into the fights here. He's got the Renadilla. Oh, he rips ahead there. Beauty of a shot. And he distracts Swisher too, who gets swung upon by MagnaJet. That's not a bad way to crack open the B site.
Yeah, it might seem simple. It might seem like BetBoom are just picking up the aggression, but I think they really do condition this M80 team quite well. Very, very hard to read BetBoom at the moment. They found a gap in on this B bomb site. Is it going to be enough? MagnaJet's instant trade absolutely needed there. slaxz, though, on the AWP. Still around, could be big. They're peeking into him. More fights and he's not expecting to come his way. With him falling, Sin on 5 HP, you don't expect too much of, unfortunately. An 8-4 finish. I think they'll be pretty happy with that on the BetBoom side. M80, they show us flashes. Maybe their T side will prove something here. We hope so. Welcome back to the second half, ladies and gentlemen. An even fair finish across the board, it felt like. 8 rounds out from your T side, pretty good. 4 rounds when it started poorly, also not bad out of your CTN. So there is a lot of pressure into this pistol now, particularly for M80, but I think that it's not over before it's begun kind of vibe.
True. Pistol around here, we're talking, right? No, they'll have something to work with. You lose it, though, and if BetBoom were able to get a 9th, that might change things. It was actually not a bad tail end by M80. It took a little bit of time to get started, bar, of course, the ace from Swisher in that first. I was trying to get up close here. Chiron taking a fight. And as Julie's around the corner, this could be the difference maker because they, at close range, are deadly. Magnagers, nobody else in. He's got the bomb.
Oh, yikes. Yeah, that's not great. slaxz, however, he's brought it back, hasn't he? 1 versus 3. Quickly into a 1 versus 1. He's acutely aware of Zorte's position, but Zorte has given it up, going to face the retake. Bomb plan going down, nice and open for slaxz. Got his hands onto these Julies. And digging, looking for Zorte, wanting the fight. Oh, did he hear a footstep? I didn't. I went quiet for a minute, but I think he might just have caught the last little step before Zorte started shifting in, but now he's doubting himself. There's really not a lot of time here for Zorte. I think slaxz is going to have this just based off of position, to be honest. Zorte has like no time at all, no kit to work with, obviously, and yeah, slaxz is nowhere near to give him the fight. He goes down, but you hear that 10-second timer come in. M80, key pistol win.
Yeah, I think he must have heard. I'm pretty sure he must have heard that step because he seems like he sets up in the perfect spot to try and catch anything coming through. That's those ace zones for you. Of course, other headphone brands are available, but I'm pretty sure that's the ones they wear as the pros and the in-ears, of course. But at a step that we wouldn't. And he wins it, like you said, just off the back of positioning alone. It's a nice open plant. Can play through temple, can play through hieroglyphs. Everything can sort of work well for him. And it just sows the seeds of doubt, basically, into Zorte. Nice shot from him, of course, but that's all he will get. They are going to go for a force. MP9. 557, a FAMAS, and the auto shotgun. I always knew Magnagez was a based individual. The XM1014. It's a good gun at close range. I've seen it do some serious damage on this map. And he's joining the group. They are gambling to A here. And it might be a right call.
We'll see. M80. They're playing patiently, though, waiting for steps to come their way, waiting for a fight. And, going to get it. Did Mouse just spot? Not quite. Oh, clean find from Siren. Nafany's got his man covered as Siren went greedy for the gun. 5v3 right away here in the force buy.
And now they can pull off A. Right, they've dropped the smoke in towards main. They can sit 2 behind it. They do not need to face it. BetBoom, double back with a double stack on towards B. And already, M80 have no idea where to go to make this work. Karen's going to go have a little look. And they're playing together over towards B, which I do love. Just a little peer around that corner can be all that it requires. The Molotov is aptly timed. They can't go through it. 25 seconds and M80. I mean, even in their mind, this is the last ditch effort. They've got to find a kill early here. And nafany's just going to double away. This is really good. Time ticking. I don't know if they have time. They might even call this.
Ooh. Sin. Yeah, it's just like not far enough forward, is it? Weird little situation for M80. Saving here. I mean, it's not awful. You know what I mean? Like,
it's not.
If you're going to lose the round, you're really screwed for cash. They're going to have to force anyway. It's kind of fair. It gives them a bit more of a chance. I'm not a massive fan of the call, but you shouldn't really be in that spot. But best of a bad situation, I think.
Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. Not a pause called, and you know, you always kind of talk about it and say the force blast is way more important than the pistol, and this is a prime example of it, where it is going to put just a bit of that pressure on the shoulders towards that of M80. They are going to go for a buy of whatever they can, but it's Reno Rec, Tech 9, One Smoke. Malbs is basically That's as good as it can get, really. Same for him, and of course, it's half armor too, which makes the MP9s, M4s, Galil, etc., all the more perilous for the likes of Reckon Malbs. Malbs doesn't even have armor. Deagle, full util. So he's hoping that double Galil AK setup can do the bulk of the heavy lifting in this one, but it's been a good game out of BetBoom. It's a very important round. That 5-7 first kill is so important. It sets them up in such a strong spot. Chiron met the smoke here. Gonna stick behind it. Doesn't play through, which I think is pretty good temperament. Magna just as close. He's just jiggling, but with util. If the AK catches him, though, it's going to put Chiron under a bit of pressure. Flash is good. We'll drop a Molotov. Magna just has played that perfectly. Just, you do not need to face.
Oh. Nafany takes a little bit of a tag, but indeed, speaking of the face, you are correct. They are aware, taking very slim peeks here. Minute already gone. M80 need this round. So they will use the limited utility that they have to the best of their ability. There's not all that much they can do with it. Deep in towards middle. Try and make that work. But there's nobody here from BetBoom. You know, they want a fight so they can find an advantage and pummel a bomb site. But BetBoom are just not giving them that chance.
I'll try to go for a split through A here, and they might actually catch a gap. Sin has step, so it's a known quantity. They're popping for the smoke. Malbs for one. Zorta and Nafany combining. Frags a piece all over the shop. And a 2 versus 2. Bomb should go down here. That's the main thing, but a quick rotate coming through main to try and deny anything. Sin does get it down, but at this point, making it very difficult indeed. AK picked off a Magnum Jez, and in those hands can be a scary prospect. Back pillar, not clear, Chiron. Nice shot. Lovely shot. And now 1v2, Sin, the new boy on the block. The IGL needs to lead by example. There's the first. Low on ammo, 3 bullets. And Magna just goes up on high. Round 1 by BetBoom. Close, but no cigar for M80. And that's BetBoom finding a 10-5 scoreline, doubling the rounds of M80 as they inch ever closer to stealing away Anubis.
Nasty. Again, very, very nasty to be on the end of, you know, these rounds. Come a little close. M80 just can't quite find the special sauce, you know, to get the final few moments going their way. But that is a decent try within the context of the round itself, the lack of utility, the sort of forced save, as it were. It's not a bad look. What now? AK available for Malbs. Bit of utility, but not an awful lot to write home about here.
No. Oh, spotted. Nade could do a hell of a lot of damage here. Doesn't do as much as it initially looked, but the rifles will probably clean this one up. Not too bad. A casualty over towards that of BetBoom. It's only the one. Not too shabby. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Simple and effective in there. And he ever close. I mean, that was a bit of a throwaway round as things go, but yeah, that was pretty damn simple. Pistols couldn't really even make their way on towards the site itself. They don't even get through main. BetBoom are making this look like a bit of a walk in the park now on the CT side. Retakes are going well. Shutdowns even better. Concerning.
One for one at the start of the round over on the A side of things. Oh my goodness, so fast here from M80. The BetBoom boys are about to get caged in. They're going to have to fight their way out one way or another. slaxz just trying to keep them entertained. Nafany just stay alive here. 3 versus 2. Still looking good for BetBoom as Nafany goes untraded. Big retake required. They've got kits. They've got nades. Nafany's location is known. The rest of them not so much. Nice little mid-round here from M80 to move in, gather some info, and indeed try and find the kills. Thus far, not so good. Malbs, the man to watch. He's got 3. Oh, and Magno Jess ruins him there to find number 12.
Man, that is not bad. It's not bad. Not going to say no to that, really. 12-5, and BetBoom, you know, we saw there was a bit of the tail end of where we were saying for M80, say bad, man. This is a, you know, a little bit of a response off the back of a slow start. But yeah, since the second half, only the one round out of them, it's not good enough. It isn't. Def, for the last time, I'm going to get on the mic and try and do something. There are a conversation to be had, but off the back of that pause, there is, you know, some pretty lackluster emotion shown over towards M80. This has been very good by BetBoom. Triple Galil, double AK. What have you got for us, boys? Anything left in the locker to save themselves? Any hopefuls on their map pick? Not looking that great.
Zorte opens us up here into what could be the final round of Anubis. Nade onto Malbs is pretty chunky. The bullets hurt even more. Chiron.
Wow.
Sees it off. Has to. Rek versus the world. Sin will be the next to fall. It was incoming. They were after him. Rek, meanwhile, 5 to find from down below. Double spray down, to be fair to him, but that is all he is able to find. 13-5. There was competition in the first half, anything but into the second. BetBoom, just a regular game on Anubis for them, no real challenge at all, and they steal away the slightly risky pick of M80. A revitalization going to be needed for Ancient, but it's not looking good. We'll catch you after the break.